Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Savvy Stylist Podcast. I am your host, Amy Walker, and we are going to get into a juicy conversation today all around focusing on what it is you want to attract. Okay, so stick with me. I have got three really juicy tips for you to consider when looking at the growth of your business behind the chair. So often, the conversations that we are having are surrounding the things that are not working, right? When we sit down and we want to play out a scenario or we want to bounce ideas off of somebody or we turn to our mentor, whatever the case may be, a lot of the time we are going in leading with lack. We are going in leading with the things we don't have yet. And instead, today, our focus is going to be on really starting to focus on what we already have and expanding that. Okay. So, for today, for the purpose of this episode and the things that I'm going to ask you to consider today, and the action I'm going to ask you to take today or encourage you to take, it is going to be coming from a place of the things you already have, the people who are already in your world, the success that you're already seeing, the things that are already working, and we're going to grow on that. You will hear me say a lot in different areas of my content and programs and coaching that what you focus on expands. So when we learn to shift our focus out of a place of lack, out of the I don't have, the not enoughness, the why not me, the when, the what if, and we shift it into gratitude for the things we already have. And we focus more on that, and it becomes something that we do every day in all different avenues of our life. It becomes more natural. It becomes what your body and your mind goes to first. So at the moment, our mind and our energy is going to the things we are lacking in. And we want to shift that focus. We want to shift the focus to what it is we already have. Okay. Now, why is this important in your business behind the chair as a hairdresser? One thing I want you guys to really hear me when I say and understand the place that I am coming from, my entire platform, this podcast, everything that I share in this space online, in private containers, in coaching containers, is all around growth as a whole, not just more clients, not just more money, not just more time. Although those are important things and they are, core pillars, they're not everything. I got a question a few days ago and I posted about it on my Instagram about why do you share content that is not about being a hairdresser? So I share a lot of videos, not they're not videos on work, like on how to work out, what the workouts are, but they are B-roll content videos of me working out. And usually the message has to do something with consistency and taking care of your body and showing up for yourself and how you start your day. And so it was really about me wanting you guys to understand that everything I coach on is the big picture. So when you come into my world, we are not only focusing on one thing. We are diving into your entire business, and the personal life comes into that because who we are in our business is also who we are in our home life. It is also who we are in our personal life. Sure, we might share different parts of ourselves in those different spaces, but who you are is who you are. Who I am is who I am. Who you see me as in this podcast, what you hear from me in this podcast, what you see in my content online, what you see in real life when you are face to face with me. I am who I am. And so it is not a cookie cutter business. It is not a one do this one thing and you'll have the success. It is the whole big picture. And that's why this podcast, my everything, is big picture. And we talk about a lot of things because they're all very relevant and they're all very important. And you're going to understand when we start to talk about here in a minute the three things that I want you to start thinking about and really putting some effort and energy and attention into in order to grow your business. Okay. Now, at the core of a lot of what we talk about, we do circle back quite often to client building. Why do we do that? Because at the end of the day, if we have no clients, it does not matter how amazing our business is. It does not matter how beautiful our salon we built is. It does not matter all the training that you've had to become the best at what it is that you do. It does not matter. None of it matters if you do not have clients. So we do circle back to the clients a lot. And we're going to do that today because in the conversation around focusing on what we already have, not the things that we are lacking in, this is a really big piece. And it's a really big piece for a whole bunch of reasons, but mainly because when we focus on the clients we don't have yet, okay, when our focus becomes on who's not sitting in our chair yet and how do I get more clients and where are the clients and how come they're not calling and how come they're not booking, we lose sight of who we already have. And when our focus and energy and attention and gratitude and love is not being poured into those people already sitting in our chair who already said yes, who already said, I want to pay you, who already said, I trust you, I love you, please do my hair, please make me gorgeous, please let me tell you all my shit, and don't tell anybody. They've already said yes to you. And when you don't put enough effort and energy and attention into those people, they notice and they feel it. And so our conversation today is about focusing on those people, showing those people love and gratitude and attention, and in turn, growing our business. Because those are the people who are going to essentially help us grow our business. Okay. So here's thing number one. We talked about it a little bit. Are you showing the clients already sitting in your chair gratitude? Do they know, like really know that you are so grateful that they chose you? That do they know that you're so grateful that they showed up for you today, that they're here to pay you today? Do they know that you appreciate them being here? Because if the only thing that you're focusing on and talking about and putting effort into is the clients you don't have, the ones sitting in your chair already are going to feel it. They're going to know it. Okay. Think of a time when you've had a conversation, maybe with a loved one or a friend, and this, I could give you a lot of examples, but one that's going to really sort of resonate for you is, let's say you're having a conversation with your spouse. Okay. Let's say you're having a conversation with your spouse, and the conversation is your spouse commenting on how they, would like to feel more appreciated. Okay. yet you feel like you're already doing that. You feel like maybe this is not the best example, but you feel like you're already appreciating and you're already doing the things and you're already doing what it is that they love and they enjoy, and they're telling you that they need more or different. And then in the conversation, when it's like, oh, well, but I'm doing that, or I'm already, or I have, it's like, oh, no, not from you, but like from this person or this person. Or it's all of a sudden sort of changed to like they're complaining about something that you've already done for them, but it's not really you that they're talking about, but you're the one who ends up being sort of projected on. I hope that that makes sense. Maybe that wasn't the best example, but this is the same when we have clients sitting in our chair and our focus is on those who have not booked with us yet, who have not called. Okay. The clients we do not have yet, they feel it. And when they can feel it, then they maybe start to feel like, oh, maybe she doesn't really care if I'm here. If she's just so worried about the people who are not, like, I am here. I did say yes. I did book the appointment. I am paying the money. And so we need to show our clients immense amounts of gratitude for being there. And it can literally, you guys, I do not want you to overthink these things. It can literally be as simple as saying, I hope you know how much I appreciate you. Like, I'm so grateful to see you today. Thank you so much for coming in. Like, at the end of appointment, maybe thank you so much for sharing all that with me. It makes me feel so good that you trust me enough to tell me, or that you trust me enough to ask for my input. I just so appreciate you being here and spending these last couple of hours with me. Like, what a great conversation. I can't wait till next time. Do you know the impact that words like that have on your clients? It doesn't need to be a physical gift. It doesn't need to be a love letter. It doesn't need to be extravagant, but they need to hear it and they need to feel it. Okay. So, where in your business can you show your clients more gratitude, more love? Like they are appreciated. Okay, maybe it's a quick little message the day after their appointment saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much again. I loved our conversation. I so appreciate when you're here in my space. I hope you love your hair. If there's ever anything you need from me or any questions you have, like just don't ever hesitate. Opening that line of communication, letting them know that you've also broken down a bit of a barrier with them. Yes, they feel that. They feel the love. They feel appreciated. They want to come back because, and this is going to play into something else we're going to talk about, you have made them feel a certain way. Okay. You have made them feel a certain way, and that lives in our bodies, in our soul, in our hearts. That lives there, and we remember it because we feel it. And it becomes where they connect that feeling and that thought and that emotion to you as their hairdresser. Yes, I hope that this is making sense. This is what I was talking about tying into, are you creating the best possible experience for your clients that you can? Meaning, when they come in, do they feel pampered? Do they feel gratitude? Do they feel luxury? Or do they feel like they've taken a number at the blood draw, the lab, and they're sitting waiting for number 82? Like, do they feel appreciated and loved and welcomed? And what are you doing from the moment they walk in your door to the moment they leave? What are you doing to create that experience? And I'm not just talking about the actual doing of the hair. Okay. I'm not just talking about hanging up their jacket for them and getting them some slippers if you have your clients switch out of their outside shoes into something else. Those are givens, or they should be. And if they're not, add them in. Okay. These are things we do for our people because that's just part of the service. We are in a service-based industry. Okay. You need to serve your clients. Yes. So what else can you be doing inside of your business in your salon with your clients to create that whole experience. Okay. I'm not going to dive into a lot of detail on this. There is an episode, I forget what number it is, but it's called The Restaurant Effect. Go listen to it because it talks in really great detail. We talk in really great detail on what this means, the effects, the emotions, how to do it, what lots and lots of ideas. So go find The Restaurant Effect and listen to that one after this episode, because it will help you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about, okay, and how to do it, how to help create that experience and what that feels like in your body. Okay. Do you offer coffee or water or pops, or maybe you offer a little glass of wine at the end of the days? Do you have any snacks? Do you have, like, what do you have to enhance that experience? Do you, maybe you have an apprentice in your salon, um, who can do little hand massages, who brings the coffee and the tea, who, brings a book or a magazine or a tablet or whatever you have for your guests, right? What kinds of things are you doing? And then if you are doing, I can't help but get into a tiny bit of detail on this. If you are offering coffee, tea, snacks, whatever, are you making notes in your client's file as to what kind of coffee they like, what they put in their coffee? Yeah, it might change, but do you understand the impact and the power it has when you say to your guest who sat down in your chair, "Hey, I remember that you like 2 cream and 1 sugar in your coffee. Is that still the same or have you changed it?" No? Okay, great. I'm gonna go make that for you. I'll be right I'll be right back. Do you know how that makes a person feel? To just very simply remember their coffee. And I don't care if you didn't remember it, but if you had it written down, they think you remembered it. And they think you care about them. They know you care about them because even if you didn't remember and you took the time to write it down on their last appointment. Okay? These are the things we need to start talking about and thinking about when we are creating our experiences. So, what experience are you creating for your guests inside of your salon? The reason I say this, and we're talking about this today in relation to building our business, is because I need you to think about what those clients are saying to other people when they leave your salon. Okay? Sit with that for a second. What is Judy telling the rest of her friends about her hair appointment? What do you want Judy telling the rest of her friends about her hair appointment and her hairdresser and the things that she does or does not do for her? Think about that, okay? Because it's Judy's friends who are going to grow your business. I hope you're connecting the dots on this. It is your clients' best friends, family, sisters, whatever. They're the ones who are going to build your business, grow your business. But you need Judy to feel loved and appreciated and welcome in order for her to go tell those people and for them to come and book with you. Yes, it's a full circle thing. We need to nurture our people so that then they go tell more people to come to us. That's how this works. It is a word of mouth situation. We're just upping the ante a little bit, okay? Stop overthinking the client growth strategies. Yes, there are lots of strategies. There are things that work better for some people and not so much for others, and different, depending on your demographic and where you live and all of the things. There are different strategies and different things that we can do based on your environment, okay? But at the end of the day, they all come down to word of mouth, client retention, client growth. Are your clients telling more people, new people, to come to you? Which is exactly what we want. But we also want those people coming back. Okay? We need to, once we get them, we need to keep them. So we got to make them feel loved, we got to make them feel appreciated, we got to create an experience, because experiences create emotion. Yes? If we have a really terrible experience somewhere, joy and happiness is not what we think of when we think of that place. Probably like anger and frustration and maybe fear and I'm absolutely never doing that again. Okay. That is not what we want our clients feeling in their bodies. We want them feeling love and gratitude and luxury. Okay. Like we've rolled out the red carpet for them. That's going to feel like happiness and love and joy. And they're going to come back for that shit all the time. Okay. So the last piece to this is what are you doing to incentivize it for them? Okay. I got a few things here for you. How are you saying thank you? Which kind of comes back into the gratitude we talked about. You could very simply send a quick message the next day. Thank you so much for coming in today, yesterday, whatever. I so loved our visit. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I can't wait till your next appointment. Are you thanking them? I used to have these I would send little messages, the next day, whatever. But I used to have a little local chocolate shop here where I live. And I had these tiny little chocolates that were wrapped in a foil that matched my colors. And it just said, thank you. And I sat them in this beautiful, big, like martini glass. It was giant. It was huge on my desk so that when they checked out, they got to take a little chocolate and it said, thank you right on it. Right? Like it was right there. My clients knew they loved the chocolates. They loved them. Some of them came in and took it first. It was like, oh my gosh, it's been a day. Let me get my chocolate. I need a coffee. Let's go. Right? They loved it because it literally just said thank you. And it was a tiny little thing that showed my appreciation for them. And who doesn't like a nice little bite of chocolate? I used to have light chocolate and dark chocolate. I never did milk chocolate because that wasn't really a thing. But like light and dark, I had some options, right? People cared. That stepped up the luxury level just a little bit. And it was something so minor, cost me very, very little to do. Okay. With the incentivizing, this is where my referral programs came into play. If they don't already have a whole bunch of reasons to go and talk about your business, and maybe they do, and they just need an actual opening to be able to do it. Okay. Not everybody likes to brag and talk about other people and places and all the things. Some people they're just not chatty like that. However, if they have an incentive, a reason, something that's in it for them, what's in it for me? That's the question. Okay. What is in it for me? What's in it for me if I tell all my friends to come see you? Okay, if you tell all your friends about the amazing new restaurant down the street, what is the restaurant giving you? Nothing. They're giving you nothing. Like maybe if it's, small town and you know the owners personally and they know that you've sent all of your people in, like maybe you're getting a free martini the next time you go. You're not getting squat for telling people, but people do it like that. It is not even a thought. You're going to go tell somebody, right? They need a little bit more of an incentive sometimes in these sorts of situations when it comes to their hairdresser, their masseuse, their acupuncturist, or whatever. Side note, I tell everybody about my acupuncturist and my massage therapist. And like those people are gods to me. If you don't have a go-to on speed dial acupuncturist, massage therapist, like physiotherapist, all of the things as a beauty industry professional, that might be one of our next episodes because you need it. This is where my referral program comes into play. I very simply tell them, if you send me 3 people, I'm giving you fill in the blank. You send me 2 people, I'm going to give you this. If you send me 3, I'm going to give you that. And it's a little bit more than this. And if you send all 3 and you get your freebie and you want more cards because you got more friends and they all want to come, Here's all your cards. You can have a whole stack of them. I don't care. Yes? They now have an incentive. Now they're getting something out of it. So they're going to make sure they go tell all their friends about you because they want the freebie. Everybody likes something for free. Do not tell me that I'm wrong. That is fact, okay? So if you can incentivize it a little, here's a little side note on this. This is where we get to be very, very specific on who it is we build. I go into way more detail on this when I run the 30-day client building challenge. Get me on social media. Send me a DM if you want more information on that. It's so fun. It's so easy. It works like a hot damn. Every single one of you listening should be inside of one of those challenges. So let me know. We go into a lot of detail on this inside of Legacy Unlocked, which is a 12-week mentorship container. DM if that's something that's like on your heart, you think it would be great. I'm very specific on who gets those cards. Okay? You got a client and you love them to pieces, but you don't want any more of them. You don't want their friends. You know who their friends are. You know what kind of hair they have. You don't want them. Don't give them those incentives. Figure something else out. Give them a discount on retail. Something else that gets them coming back in, right? Every third haircut, you get a free shampoo. You get a free upgraded service, right? A free deep treatment. I don't know. Do something like we can get creative here, right? Be very specific on who it is you're giving these things to and what the intention is. Give it to everybody. I don't care, but know what your intention is behind it, okay? If you just want to build a giant clientele with all sorts of people and you don't actually care, great. Knock your socks off. I very much care who I'm spending my time with. I am very mindful and very aware of the types of people that I attract in and that I share my personal space with. So I'm very specific on who I give these cards to. Even if it means it takes a little longer, I'd rather grow a little slower and have exactly what I want than grow super, super fast and hate 70% of what I do. Does that make sense to you guys? Please hear me when I say that. I would rather grow a little slower and be 100% happy with the growth that I have and the people that I have and who I'm sharing my space with every single day, all live long day, than grow super fast with a whole bunch of people that I just actually don't resonate with. Okay, so you do you. Take what you want, leave what you don't. Okay, that's the way that this all works in my world. You take what you want, you leave what you don't. Okay, if you have questions, you come ask, we have a conversation. Yes? Okay, you guys, I would love for you to just reflect on this a little bit. Think about where you can step it up in your business. Where can you step it up in your service? What can you offer? It doesn't take a whole lot of time or money that is going to make them feel the way you want them to feel: loved, appreciated, welcomed, spoiled, the luxury, the red carpet. How do you do that inside of your space? What I would love to do, because I recognize that the growth that I'm trying to have in my business is not the same as the growth that you want to have in your business. And it could look and will look different for everyone. So what I would love, please do this for me today. When you're done listening to this episode, share a screenshot of this episode into your Instagram stories, tag me at the Soul Centric Stylist, and let us know one thing you do inside of your customer experiences that everybody loves, or something that you are going to try, something that you're going to implement in your business with your clients that you want to test out and you want to see how it works. Send me your messages. Let me know what you're doing, what you're trying. Get playful, share your magic with people, because you might inspire somebody else to do something a little bit different or to step it up a little bit more. And that's what this is about. I am hoping to inspire and for you to take inspired action. Yes, let's not get on a tangent on this, Amy, but inspiration is only useful if you take action on it, okay? So that's why I want you to screenshot it. I want you to share it into your stories and tag me so that I can see it because I want to read all of the things that you guys are doing inside of your businesses. That is one way to take action, okay? To say, here's what I'm doing, share it with somebody else, share it with me, and then read what everybody else has got going on. And we learn collectively from each other. It's how we raise up the industry. It's how we create a cohesiveness where we're helping each other grow. Yes, it is not a one against the other. It is a collective. It is an industry that is so beautiful. And the more that we can share our wins, what's working, what's not working, what we're going to try, what we're going to get playful with, everybody wins. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you so much for taking this time out of your day. I love you. I appreciate you. I really, really do. You guys, when you send me your messages, when you leave your reviews of what you're loving, when I get to hear how these messages affect you and impact you and the things that you're going to do and try, it literally lights my soul on fire. So, leaving a little love note, leaving a review, tagging me on social media, and sharing your takeaways and wins, you guys, that is like, that to me is more, it means more than like any gift could ever. Like those words of affirmation, I thrive off of. So please do, please share, please just even come over and say, hey, let me know you're listening, what you're loving. As always, if there's anything you guys want to hear on the podcast, just let me know. Send me a DM. Hey, Amy, could you riff on this? Hey, Amy, I'm struggling with, what do? We're going to start to really get into answering your direct questions. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am your host, Amy Walker. This is the Savvy Stylist Podcast. Until next week, we'll see you again soon.